having confidence in yourself is really doing everybody else a favor. It really is. Confidence is obviously very important for, self-love and self-esteem and self-respect. Like on an individual level, confidence is really important for a person. But on a grander scale, confidence is this magical thing that helps us to work much better together and to give our best to the world and to be kinder people to others. Insecurities from the lack of confidence play such a huge role in jealous behavior and just an overall meanness of people. We have to be confident enough to give our best to the world, and when we see other people doing well, we can support that and encourage that and be happy for that. That's confidence. Tearing people down is it's like making your insecurities really obvious. When you criticize other people and you have negative things to say about things that other people are doing that have nothing to do with you, it's just showing your insecurity, and that's not attractive. It's not an attractive quality to possess. Putting other people down is really immature, and a lot of times I just kind of feel really bad for people. I feel sorry for you because you don't believe in yourself enough to be happy for other people. Some people confuse confidence with arrogance, and the way you know that confidence is never arrogant is that when you're confident, you can be humble. When you're arrogant, that is the opposite of being humble. So confidence and humility can coexist together, but arrogance and humility cannot. And that's how you know confidence has nothing to do with being arrogant. Confidence is knowing what you are capable of in an honest and humble way, and being able to stand in that, and just believing in that. And arrogance is, I am better than everybody else. You can see how those are not the same thing. Sometimes people being confident will make other people insecure simply because it intimidates them. And that is unfair. It's unfair for confident people to be mislabeled as arrogant simply because other people can't deal with that. They can't handle the fact that someone, feels good about themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. And a truly confident person will never put someone else down. So there's really no reason to become defensive around confident people. If anything, it should give power to be more confident in other people. Because when a person is truly confident, they're kind. And when a person is confident, they are helpful, and bringing other people up doesn't take anything away from them. They, really confident people want to see other people shine. And so if you see someone and they're just so confident and you don't feel that confident in yourself and you just want to oh, I hate them because, look at them walking around feeling good about themselves. If that's the way you feel around someone who's confident, stop. The best thing you can do is go up and be like, hey, you know what? Man, you are so confident. How do you do that? How can you share with me some tips and some insight into how I can be more confident? And they will always be happy to share that with you, because confident people want other people to shine and succeed. But an arrogant person will see insecure people and they will pick at the insecurities. They will laugh and judge and make fun of and, whatever. Arrogance is insecurity. Arrogance is this need to preserve the ego, but confidence is egoless. Confidence is knowing that, hey, wow, look at what we're doing here. This is a beautiful world and we can do wonderful, beautiful things, and let's go, let's get it. That's not egotistical, that's love. So confidence is really love, and we have to promote confidence. So never be intimidated by confident people. They will always want to help you, and they will always want you to feel your best. But even if you're seeking counsel of confident people, it's always an inside job, and you do have to spend that time with yourself and, dig deep and see the root of the reasons why you have insecurities. You have these complexes. It's really important for us to always surround ourselves with confident people. If the people that we spend our time with, exchange our energy with, if those people aren't confident, what's going to happen is you will never be able to reach a level of confidence within yourself, because their insecurities are never going to allow you to grow. You're going to start feeling good about yourself, and then they're going to hate it, and they're going to try to pull you back down. Who do you think you are, right? It's that attitude. So be really mindful about the people that you spend time with, and be very wise with who you choose to bring into your circle. You don't have to put up with negativity and that type of energy that keeps you in a state of lack. Arrogance is this fear that someone else is going to come along and take away whatever it is that you're holding on to that makes you feel like you're on the top of the mountain. Confidence is knowing that no one can take anything away from you. So there's no fear. And when there's no fear, there's just only room for love, There's only room for joy and for positive thinking and wanting to be positive in your exchange with others. Being insecure is such a limitation for life. Typically what happens is, when we feel insecure, we can't handle people who are going to be better than us at other things. So we surround ourselves with people who don't threaten us. And when we surround ourselves with people who, don't threaten us and make us feel comfortable, then we are not allowing ourselves to grow. And then, what happens is you just kind of stay stagnant. And then, that's just this little bubble that you live in, and you'll never be able to experience more. I mean, be honest. How many times have you gone out somewhere and you saw somebody who you thought looked better than you, or was like dressed better than you, or could do something better than you, and immediately your first response was to like throw shade, like, who does that person think they are? I've done it, and so I know that we have these ideas that if somebody else can do it better than me, I have no worth. And that is, that's a behavior of a wound that needs to be healed internally. It's for sure not loving yourself. One thing that I used to do, because, I struggled with acne for a really long time, and like my curly hair, I didn't really know what to do with it. And I went to school with people with very straight hair. So, I never felt like a very attractive person. Older people be like, oh, you're such a pretty girl. I'll be like, okay, thanks. Boys at school don't even look at me, And it was really hard for me to have that confidence in myself. Like, I always felt like I was this gross thing, this gross, creature. And, I noticed that, I flipped through magazines and I would see these models, and it was common for me to just oh, she's so lucky. Look at her, and not want to see them, because it made me feel worse about myself. But then I grew up, I got wise, and I started saying, you know what? It's not her fault that she's beautiful. It's not her fault that I think she's beautiful. I just don't feel good about myself. So what I started doing was I would see a picture of a really pretty woman, and then I would say, wow, she's really beautiful, and so am I. And that, the first time I did it, I could feel on the inside, something in me didn't want to admit that she was beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. Oh, I don't want to say that. But so am I. And then I was kind of oh, okay. I see where you're going with this. And then I start getting to the habit of complimenting people. Even if I don't do it verbally in my head. Oh, I really like her shoes. Oh, I really like, the way they did that. Or wow, I think they're really smart. And so am I. I'm smart too, And we have to allow ourselves this space to appreciate other people for what they are, without allowing it to take away what we feel about ourselves. So I don't know. That's just something that personally has helped me. And if you're struggling with something, it doesn't have to be your looks. It could be, the way you feel about just life in general, or whatever the case may be. Only you know your heart, and you can apply it to however it works for you. But we have to start embracing each other and loving each other. And that's, I think, one of the fastest ways to build confidence. It's a long road to try to build confidence when you're walking along and you're seeing everybody shining and doing their best and being like, oh, one day I'll get there, one day, and like having this mentality of like, I have to keep working at it and then one day I'll have this confidence. No, like have confidence in yourself immediately by saying, wow, you guys are really great. Me too. Like immediately carve that space for yourself. Me too. I mean, it may not look like that, but you know, it's whatever. It's evolving every day. And I know every day I'm getting better, but as I am right now, I accept myself and I'm confident in me because I'm here and I'm alive and I'm taking up my space and I deserve to take up my space. I mean, everybody, there's room for everybody to improve, always, all of the time. That's what life is. So why not just start enjoying it now? Have confidence, have confidence. Confidence is what is going to help us be better to each other. I know everybody, whenever we talk about confidence, it's always about yourself. Yes, but confidence plays such a bigger role than just you. When you're confident, you're nice to people. When you're confident, we erase the jealousy and the insecurities and all the meanness that comes with people who are always threatened by everybody else, you know? Everybody has the right to succeed. When you see somebody doing their best and living happily and healthily, like, good, I'm happy for you. I mean, hey, when you see somebody living their best life, imagine you being in that position. Would you be mad at yourself? No. Confidence is seeing someone doing something that you wish you could do or having something that you wish you could have and like being so happy for them. Yes, that is awesome. I'm so happy to see that you're living good and living your best life, man. That's great. You have to feel about what they're doing the way you would feel as if it were yours. You're winning? Ah, yes. Because when you win, we're all winning. Mine's coming. It's not here yet, but it'll be here. Until then, I'm gonna help you celebrate. I'm gonna help celebrate you. Being insecure is like a disease. It will destroy you. It will tear you up. It will eat you up on the inside. It will keep you up at night. It will make you an ugly, ugly person. But when you're confident, you shine. Like, there's something about confident people that attracts. People want to be around people who feel good, and people want to be around people who want to like help and uplift and be positive. People don't want to be around other people that just want to sit around and talk about somebody else. I mean, if you are surrounding yourself with people who just want to sit around and talk about other people, then you guys are just the misery club, and that's fine. Be miserable, but we have to understand that that's not productive. It's not a productive usage of energy. It's not intelligent. Intelligent people don't want to sit around talking about other people. Intelligent people don't want to sit around putting people down or trying to figure out ways to make other people feel as miserable as them. Intelligent people know that a productive use of your energy is doing something that produces positive results, that, you know, makes things happen, that improve the surroundings. That's intelligence. It has nothing to do with your brain or like a degree that you have or, you know, whatever. Don't compare yourself like that. It's this knowing that just because we're all human beings doesn't mean we do everything the same way, and that there are different aspects to every person. Every person has their own thing. And when you can figure out what your thing is and utilize it to its maximum potential and potency, then what is there to be insecure about? Nothing can take confidence away from you when you're just using your time, your gifts, your abilities in the way that, you know, is most satisfying to you and most fulfilling to you. Confidence makes you so much happier. You don't realize how much time you spend being unhappy simply because you don't feel confident in yourself. I look back on my insecurities and how it kept me from living and getting out and being exposed to things that scared me because I wasn't confident enough in myself. But now it's like, there's nothing I can't do. There's not a challenge that I won't take. There's just like so much more world to live in, so much more to do and to experience and to learn now that I have confidence. Because confidence shouldn't come from something that you've achieved. Confidence should come from knowing that you can pursue anything. It doesn't matter if you fail at it or succeed at it. The confidence is just like, I can try. You have to have confidence in the try. That's the most important piece of the experience, is getting there, because the destination, once you have it, it's kind of like, oh, okay, now what? You know, it's the journey. And so if you're not confident in the journey, then the end result's not going to really be as satisfying. Be confident in opening up and like the great unknown. Be confident in the adventure of, I don't know how this is going to turn out. But I'm out here and I'm going to just see what I'm capable of. And confidence should not come from the validation of other people. You should never need the validation from other people. That is, hearing people say, oh, wow, that looks pretty good, or, great job. That's nice. It's so nice. And it's such a nice confirmation, but if no one ever said anything, you should still feel just as good about what you're doing, just as confident in yourself. No one else should have the responsibility for your confidence. We just need more confidence, less arrogance, more confidence, less fake confidence, and more real confidence. Because when you become one of the confident ones, then you're able to pull people up, and shine more light and make other people feel good about themselves and encourage people to find their confidence. When you feel good about yourself, you can help other people feel good. You contribute to the well-being. That's why confidence is important. It's good to believe in yourself, but beyond that, beyond us and our little world, we have so much more power. We have so much more love and light to put out into the world. Don't just stop with yourself. Don't just be happy in your own little space and forget about everybody else. Remember them, see them, love them. And it's not about going out and like hitting people over the head like, no, you need to do this, and you need to be more confident. No, it's seeing people who are insecure and loving them, being kind to them even when they're unkind to you, holding your tongue when you want to say something mean, because it's just like, this person, but it's like, no, they're hurting. You have to let it go. I don't know. It's not always easy to be kind in the face of people who want to do mean things simply because they don't feel good about themselves. But I don't know. It's just like if you can just transform your angry energy into compassion and be like, I remember I used to be insecure. I probably would have felt the same way. It's okay. I wish you healing, and I wish you love, and I hope that you grow. And if you don't, it's your life journey. Those are the types of conversations that you have to have with yourself when you occupy a higher state of being and you just have like this higher awareness of people and energy. I think it's just a really good practice to observe how you interact with other people. What makes you dislike other people? What makes you want to treat someone not nice? And see if that comes from some sort of insecurity that you have about yourself. Unless somebody says to your face, I'm better than you, then you can never go around saying, well, they think they're better than such and such. That's a red flag that you don't think highly enough of yourself. If you think someone else feels like they're better than you, turn that finger around. Figure out where are you not loving yourself? You know, I'm not saying that there aren't arrogant people. There are people who walk around who think that they're better than other people. But deep down, it's because they are insecure somehow, some way. They're not nice, you know, and their life is going to reflect that in some way or another. So just let them be, you know. But the way that you perceive the world and the way that you perceive other people will really teach you a lot about how you're really feeling and what types of energy that you're tuning yourself into to even consider those thoughts. You know, Abraham Hicks always says it's like a radio station. We're like a radio, and we have to tune ourselves in to the radio station that we want to hear. We can't be sitting at 88.7 and being mad that we're not hearing 95.5. We have to be responsible for our internal state and the type of thoughts and energies that we allow into our life. And when we can be confident, we can be more loving. And when we can be more loving, we see other people with love. And then when we see other people with love, guess what? Most of the time, they will give love back to us. And you know, it's just living in a much better space. If you're having trouble feeling good about yourself, it doesn't take anything to just sit quietly, close your eyes, and meditate on positive affirmations, telling yourself things like, I am worthy, I am enough, I love myself, I feel good about myself. That doesn't take anything. It's completely free. So tap into your heart, tap into the space of love, and decide that life is good and you deserve to be here, and be confident in that.